Hello. Um, Today I'm gonna show you the best possible factory you can make in Enfield. I'm linking the website of which I got this from. I don't know if he's the original creator, but this is where I got it from. And I'm gonna show you kind of what it does and a little bit of how to set it up. Um, I'll keep it real with you, Chief. I might actually just show you how to do it. So. What this does, it generates 24 canned citrome, 18 Buck Capsule A, and 18 HC Valley battery. Um, from what I've seen, these are the best things you can make at the latest stage of the game, which is what this is meant for. So this is meant for people who have completely finished Valley 4, as in you have access to every mining node. You've maxed out the milestone awards. You maxed out everything. Okay, so this is for people who have finished the entire factory aspect of Valley 4. So that means little to no, if any, foggy areas. So see, there's like pretty much no foggy areas. There's literally zero foggy areas because I've 100% of the entire map. So this is for people who've 100% the entire map. Because if you do that, then you should be having this yield for each ore: 560, 240, and 1080 for Ferrium. This is only possible after doing everything. Okay. With that being said, and of course it doesn't really count like Aurelium. Like you don't have to find all those little things. Okay. So setting this up is actually like kind of difficult because you need an abundance of citrome, and if you don't, I can show you like a solution. So when you add all the blueprints below, right? Okay. You want to start off with part 1. And part 1 says, actually before anything else, you want to face north in the map. See top left? See I'm facing north? Face north, and then press caps lock. Right, caps lock. And then plus blueprints, part 1, main hub P1 bottom right. Now according to the guide on the website, the PAC is supposed to be in the bottom left corner, so it's just kind of stuffed in this corner here. Then you just place this like this, and then if you want to see what seeds you have to use, you go to the preview. You got a buck there, and a sand there. Okay, so buck in this corner, buck on this side, and then sand in here, right? Now you're done with part 1. Okay, and now go to blueprints, go to part 2, and then place it right above part 1, just like that. Okay, similarly, you want to go here, preview, you got sand and sand, right? Just 2 sand. So go here, sand, and then sand, like that. And then the third part, you place it as close as possible. So see how the infinite like sand things, they're little things. So you just want to, it's like 2 spaces away, just like that. You got some more planters, here. Sand, sand. Okay. So you want to add that, just a full stack. Add that. Or if you want, you could add a seed If you don't have any sand, you have a seed here, and it should do the same thing. It should result in the same effect. I believe these are for thermal banks in case you need the extra power, but you most likely don't. Like this entire base is so optimized that you have just enough power to power the whole thing, plus a few plus like zip lines, electric pylons, stuff like that. So next part is in Valley Pass. Okay, next part's in Valley Pass. Again, you want to be facing north. So for Valley Pass, north is right here against this like cliff. Okay. Stash this entire thing. If you have anything in your base, stash it all. Alright. So for Valley Pass, it's a two-parter, 4 and 5. You want to place this one bottom left. Don't forget, actually, you want to replace this output to Amethyst. Okay. Alright. Place part 4 right there. And then part 5 right above it. See that? There's really nowhere else it could go. So same thing with the seeds. So let's go to part 4 here. Alright, we need sand there, put sand in here. Okay, and then above there is buck, sand, right? So in this one, putting in a buck, this one right above it, put a buck, and then inside of it, see the seed, put in sand, right? You always feed the plants themselves into the seed picking unit. The planter units, you don't put plants in there. Okay, so that's enough for Valley 4. That's everything, right? So now you just kind of have to wait for everything to roll out. This generates Buck Capsule A, right? And Canned Citrome. Okay. I'm pretty sure I set up correctly, right? I didn't mess with my own video. Yeah, it should be working. Yeah, okay. So this goes in here. That if you want to actually like deconstruct how it works, you can look through it. But if you have like a vague understanding of how to make a Buck Capsule A, then you're pretty much set. But see, it's really, let's just show you, like, ideally it's supposed to be one powder goes in and then another, and it's just going back and forth. Once it catches up, okay, see, now one there, it's just fully automatic. Very efficient. Whoever made this, I'm just gonna credit who I got this from, hedgehog67. You just know he put a lot of passion and time into this entire factory. So remember to give him thanks for sharing this to the community, because he could have kept this for free. All right. Next area is Power Plateau. Okay, Power Plateau. Same story, face north, which is against this building here, prefab house. And then slash everything. Now the instructions here say to put this in the very top left. Okay. Then for the blueprints, you want to put in part 6, and that's it. It's the only part 6. So you know nowhere else for it to go. And then you want to kind of stuff this and line it up with those, which you don't really have any other choice there. This also gives you power. And then for the seeds here, this is actually when you see citrome getting put into it. Oh no, actually that's the next one, sorry. Alright, so this is all sand. So everything here is sand. So sand there, sand there, and sand there, and sand here. You actually, let's double check this real quick because I'm not actually 100% sure. Yeah, sand, 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 sand. Now this part is a little tricky because it needs so much carbon, so I recommend just stacking up on carbon before you do any of this. Okay, if you want to just automatically craft it, because chances are you have enough materials to craft everything else. But these things, like, it's not likely you have an automated carbon generator. Unless you do, then you're chilling. Okay, and then the last one is at the science park, at the infestation. Same story, face north, which is against this cliff. Stash everything that's there already. You want to tuck the PAC into the bottom right most corner. And then you just want to place part 7 right there. With inputs facing this way, so it goes in. And then you want to place the seeds. So I believe that's, so these are going to hold your citrome. So we're just going to put some citrome here. And I'm going to show you what happens if you don't have enough citrome, because citrome is not a very popular item for most people. You know, you're usually focusing on making buck capsules and stuff. Got buck there, buck down here, sand in there. So again, cedar. We got buck in here, buck in here. Please be more buck, just to max it out. And then sand in here. So you're in a bit of a predicament now. You have no citrome on this side, none. There's no production, and this is not a good thing. If you don't have any citrome, go to any conveyor that has citrome. You need a few, and just keep taking it. Keep taking it from this planter, from the infinite generating planter. Just keep taking it, right? Take enough until all of these are just completely filled up at all times, and then you're chilling. See, now I have enough. It goes to my backpack, so it's not automatically eaten, and that's how you generate infinite citrome when you have none, right? So there you go. Very clutch. So you can do that with as little as like 3 citrome, and just keep taking it out from the planter belt and putting it back in the seed picking unit. Just keep taking it out. Anything it generates, keep taking it out before it goes here. You have plenty of time, and you'll get, you know, infinite citrome, right? Or enough citrome to just keep it going consistently. And then if I go to the report here, as you can see, it's 100% efficiency. So there is no red, right? If you want to know what 100% efficiency means, it means in the theoretical data, there's 0 red points at all. So I'm never losing more than I'm making, okay? Now, if you have stuff like this, right, 15 a minute, 14 a minute, it will stabilize eventually, right? If the theoretical is this, it will eventually get to that point. But if you're not, then that means, okay, so I left one out, so that's actually very important. So this one here is sand, okay. Yeah, you don't want to leave stuff out, and if you left that out too, I'm sorry. But please just watch the entire video next time. And yeah, okay, so that's pretty much everything. So now I should be getting the highest yield possible. So again, you want to make sure every conveyor has 0 like emptiness within it, right? So see how everything is filled up? That is how you want it to be. If there's any empty gaps, that will hinder your production. All right, so I'm at 18 Buck Capsule A, which is likely, you know, the max. And then in terms of canned citrome, yeah, just make sure these are full, and then you're pretty much good. And see, got this one here, 23 here, so I'm chilling, right? This will reach 24 hopefully. Okay. And then I highly recommend just going back and make sure you placed everything correctly in order to just be certain every bar is filled. Now, I actually don't know the purpose of this one. I have no idea what this one's meant for. I just leave it there because it might have some sort of effect that I'm not sure of, but from what I see, it literally does nothing. So you could use these for extra thermal banks, but I don't really see the reason why you'd, unless you have like a shit ton of zip lines everywhere, there's really no point in having more than this much power for there. All right, so I'm at 24 minutes, so I'm pretty much, I don't have to check, but we're still gonna check. Okay, temporary shelter here. See, every belt is completely filled, except this one, of course. You know, of course, like they're generating these, so it's gonna be very slow, but all the materials should be flowing in at 100% speed. And I guess I should get to why this would be considered the best. Like, I really don't see any other sort of factory like having better success in this, unless you find a way to get 24 Buck capsules a second or a minute, which in that case you're probably not making anything else, because Buck Capsule A is probably the most demanding product that you can make. And the reason why is because if I go to my outpost management and I want to sell things, every single camp takes canned citrome C, right? Every camp takes HC Valley batteries. Every camp takes Buck Capsule A. Every single one. They all take those 3. Not every camp takes Buck Capsule C. Not every camp takes LC batteries. So there's no point in making those, right? Because not every camp wants those. But every camp wants these top 3. So with the canned citrome, you're making the best use of your amethyst, because at this point in the game there's really nothing to use amethyst for. So you're using 240 out of 240 amethyst. Originium, you're using 540 out of 560. Ferrium, you're using 1080 out of 1080. I don't see any better optimization for this. So base like this or factories like this will ensure that you will 100% be able to sell everything that you make to any camp and profit, right? So this is an end game, not end game, but this is like a late game comp, because, or I said comp, a late game factory setup, because you have to do all of Valley 4, and that takes probably 100 hours. I'm not sure. It took me 2 weeks. So since launch, I've been playing this game. Not grinding it, but I've been playing it for like any free time I have, I play it. So that could be a good amount of time. But yeah, please support in whatever way you can the person who made this, hedgehog67. Thank you for the base, and thanks for watching.